104.1 KRBE, a Cumulus media station.
Good morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Roula and Ryan Show with producer Eric, Special K, and Sam.
This is an action-packed morning. In 15 minutes, we're getting somebody closure. But in 1 hour from now, the rapid-fire quiz.
Yep, it's your chance to be a VIP at Wild West Brew Fest at Typhoon, Texas in Katy. It's happening March 23rd. If you love beer and you love fun, this is something you really want to win. But most people like to listen along or play the rapid-fire quiz just to see if their choice wins.
I'm going for a three-peat, baby.
A three-peat.
Woo!
Has that ever been done?
Hopefully you jinx yourself.
I think Roula did it a four-peat.
I tried to do a four-peat. I did
a three-peat. You know, you each did a three-peat, but I think you might have done a four-peat.
Yes.
Really?
I should make a banner or something because I know
Yeah.
you would if you had done a four-peat.
Oh, yeah.
You would.
I can't remember that I had a four-peat. Eric would have a belt that says four-peat on it.
Believe me, I thought about buying that championship belt. It's like $300, $400.
Oh, my God.
I don't want to invest.
You're the first person I know that actually would go out and buy themselves their own award.
Yeah, right?
I'm not going to ever win one.
So we're going to do that in an hour from now, the rapid-fire quiz.
104.1 KRBE.
If you know the three-digit extension of the...
All right, let's hit it. Now time for Roula and Ryan's prank call.
You know what cracks me up is behind the scenes, Kevin turns to Maud, is this prank going to get me in trouble? And I'm like, you're turning to a mod for your moral police.
This is a very, very tame prank call.
And what's that about, Kevin?
Well, let me get Valerie on the line here to find out who we prank and how we gonna do it.
Okay, so I went Special K to prank my cousin. She lives in Florida. She was down here to visit over the New Year, and she heard y'all show, and she absolutely loves y'all. So she's the general manager of a pet resort, and she gives everybody her personal number. I know because everybody was calling while she was here in Houston. So I figured it'd be fun, you know, make pretend and upset pet parents.
Thank you so much, Valerie. Give me just a couple days, and I will. I'll try to record it.
All right, thank you.
Okay. All right, Florida Valerie is who you're calling up.
So far, so good.
Come on,
Now
listeners
it's
in
at a pet
Florida.
resort.
Yeah. Hey, you can take us anywhere you want.
I love it.
Florida was just in the news and has been factually in the news for one particular topic. I'm not going to say it, but it comes up in here.
Oh, God.
So we'll
Okay.
know when we hear it, I guess.
Yes,
Okay.
you will.
All right.
So I already tried to call her once, and she hung up on me immediately. So I'm going to try to call her back again and see if she picks up here.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. I believe we're cut off. I was calling about my dog y'all said a few weeks back.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I just saw Houston, Texas, and I I didn't recognize the number.
I'm so sorry. We actually moved here from Texas. I don't know if you ever been to Texas, but
I have family in Houston, and that's why I was like, oh, it's my cousin probably, so I got to call her back.
oh my goodness gracious! I apologize to you. You know, my wife actually dropped the dog off there a few weeks ago, and I got your number from her. She said if I had any issues, I could follow up with you.
Yes, yeah. How can I help you?
Well, actually, the dog has been quite strange since he came on back to my household. We split custody of the dog. I'm sure you've seen such.
We do.
Yes, ma'am. Well, what had happened was something has changed with him. He's acting just a little more timid.
Okay.
He used to be a ravenous beast. I love that about him. He stopped going after the cat now. That was real funny. See that dog get chased after that kitty cat I had.
What is your dog's name?
Buddy. And like I said, my ex-wife dropped him off, and we don't agree on such things. She didn't even want me to call you.
Oh.
So he allows the cats a right to exist, and he's just strange. He no longer abruptly humps visitors. He's now kind of sweet. He nuzzles up to him, flirts a little bit before he's feeling some type of way.
Oh, my God. What are you saying?
Okay.
You understand? Have you ever seen a dog change his ways after he's been at your pet resort?
I haven't. No.
Okay. Did y'all train him to be woke?
Oh, my gosh.
No. I'm so sorry.
I feel like it's less of a pet resort and more like an indoctrination. I'm not sure that's legal in Florida. That's when we moved here, but y'all got him associating with other breeds and creeds, and I'm not keen on that.
Oh my God.
No, I'm so sorry. I don't even know how to answer your questions right now, just because I don't remember having a buddy in our facility.
I do have the receipt right here. My ex-wife said not to call. She said it's silly. And she did divorce me last year on account of being unreasonable and dabbling.
Cute.
So basically, I was just seeing if you have other dogs that come out woke like that.
Absolutely not. No.
Okay. All right. Well, I just wanted to double check. I'll bring him by so you can hang out with him and see how he's acting all weird and woke is what I'm saying. Now he's a woke doggy. I don't even know what to do with him.
Oh, my God.
No, I don't know if I could help either. It's definitely not something that was trained here.
I got you. It's kind of silly, isn't it, of me calling like this?
It's just the circumstances, so no
Yes.
disrespect.
No, ma'am. And Miss Valerie wanted to make sure that there was no disrespect here and there. And
I knew it. That's why I was like, as soon as I said Houston, I was like, okay, I know this is up to something.
So here, let me let you in on what she did. She reached out to me, Special K. I think she introduced the show to you, possibly. The Roula and Ryan show on KRBE radio. So she reached out to me. She loves to listen to my prank calls.
Well, I'm going to beat her up for that.
That's a long beating, ma'am. That is from Florida to Texas.
It sure is, but I'll make my way.
And do you have a message you could share with your cousin to all of Houston?
I sure do. I love her with my whole heart, but I am on my way.
Okay, that's very woke of you. All right, can you say these words for me? Can you say Special K pranked me on the Roula and Ryan show?
Special K pranked me on the Roula and Ryan show.
You're the best, Crystal. You have a fabulous day.
You too. Thank you.
Crystal can listen on the app. Download the KRBE app. You can listen around the world.
A woke
Funny,
dog.
like certain words like woke and like last year was gaslighting.
Gaslighting,
This year the
yeah.
word is vibes.
Vibes?
I saw a billboard.
I like that vibe.
What did I saw a billboard yesterday?
It's a
Something about
vibe.
It's a vibe.
It was for something. Was it the rodeo? It's a vibe or something? I don't know. Something. I'm just seeing vibes everywhere. Is vibe.
Irvin jams with the vibe
Oh, yeah.
a lot.
With the vibe.
Yeah. He's got that new kid.
Yeah.
Speak.
I find it funny that you have a racist dog.
No, not anymore.
Not anymore.
Now he's a woke puppy. Okay.
Go to krve.com/prank call request, and you could get with Special K to prank somebody in your life. You can see how that all plays out. So just, maybe takes a couple of minutes for him to get back to you, but he will. He will. Don't you worry.
People said your accent's more Louisiana.
Yeah,
Oh,
a
most
little bit.
definitely. Most definitely. I
I think you
haven't-
think of that Kevin Spacey character. What was that?
Oh, the Garden of Good and Evil or something like
Midnight
that.
in the Garden of
Yeah, I can't
Eden
remember
or
what it's
something.
called.
He plays a good Southern gentleman. He's not so
dandy.
much a gentleman.
And like-
No, he was not a
Oh,
gentleman.
in
No.
House of Cards too. He had that.
A little bit.
He was good. Look, there's no question. The guy was a great actor. He
I
was
just don't
just
want to
a
hang out with him
horrible
after,
human being.
after work. I don't want to hang out with him.
But Beauregard Troubadour hasn't made an appearance lately, so I thought I'd bring him in for this one and have some fun with that puppy dog chasing that
Beauregard
kitty cat
Troubadour
around.
sounds like his clothes are drippy.
I
it's
picture him like looking like
moist.
Kentucky Fried Chicken guy.
Like in a
Moss
white
falling
suit.
over in the
Sanders,
back.
Yeah, I picture him like on the porch holding a mint julep
Yeah,
wearing
yeah.
a white suit.
Oh no! But no, I will
serious
have
drip.
a chicken pizza in hand.
Oh, yeah. Which we found out
And
is
you
just chicken
please could you
parmesan.
just yes, please could you just put that chicken parmesan with pepperoni pizza in your hand in your nice suit and just say that you have some serious drip going on in the call.
Drip.
And just see
We should do that.
everybody fall over.
Drip.
with
Have him
the
wear like those
words we shouldn't be
white
saying.
painter outfits, and you go try that pizza. What's it called?
Chizzo.
Pizza?
at
Chicken
KFC,
pizza.
and see if you can eat it without spilling anything on it. 'Cause You're a
Yes.
messy eater. We all know.
Oh, yeah.
Take wagers on that.
Wait till-
His
white
beard,
lab coat.
Kevin's beard is like a strainer.
Wait till Kevin gets
For
a belly
yogurt.
someday, like in 10 years.
I was going to
It's
say,
gonna
wait,
go-
someday.
He'll never have that.
It's gonna just drip all over his belly.
Yeah.
He'll never have that. He's like, I will never.
3
Almost
years.
here.
3 years. I'll do crutches for life. All right, coming up next.
Eric
You-
anticipates your belly, like your belly button's going to be a koozie.
You also go to krbe.com to get in touch with Eric for closure because somebody has ghosted you or dropped out of your life, or you're just wondering, I haven't caught up with this person in a long time and I can't find them. So whatever the circumstance is, we help you find that person. Closure's next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Yep, they were in your
yep.
life at one point and then they're gone and you're wondering, what happened?
Sometimes it's romantic related. Sometimes it's just a long lost friend or somebody that was in your life a long time ago and you just try to look them up and just can't find them. It's many different things. You go to krbe.com if you are looking for closure, and we'll help you with that. So let's find out what the subject is at hand. And we've got Aaron standing by. Hi, good morning, Aaron.
Hi there. Good morning.
Hey, Aaron.
Hi, Aaron.
So who is it you're hoping to get closure from this morning?
Last year, my mother died. I went back to Houston for the first time in a while for the funeral, and a lot of people were helpful, but one person specifically was very helpful to me, and I wanted to get in contact with them and thank them for all the help that they offered.
What's this person's name?
Melanie.
Melanie.
Now, how did you know to do to reach out to us if you don't live here?
My sister called me and told me about this.
Okay, so your sister lives here, and now you're coming back to Houston.
Yeah, I'm going to be moving back there.
So the person that you're looking for, was this somebody that's like a family friend, or was it somebody related to the final arrangements?
She worked at the funeral home.
And her
She
name
used to work at the funeral home.
He used to, yeah. I tried calling her.
Because he tried calling the funeral home.
So you want to track her down?
They're not going to give you...
Well, that would make sense, yeah. So he would have just called them and talked to her.
You can't just call a funeral home and say, hey, can I get her information?
Well, we've got her standing by on the line. If there's
Aaron,
anything that you want to tell her.
Aaron, hold on the line. Let's conference her in and get Melanie in the conversation. Hi, Melanie. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show. Thanks so much for being with us today.
Hi. Sure. I'm happy to be here.
I mean, you still work in the funeral business. That's how I found you.
Aaron, say hi to Melanie.
Hey, Melanie.
Hi.
Melanie, do you remember much about him? I know you probably do a million different services. Do you remember Aaron?
I remember, his family was lovely, and he was very appreciative. I don't remember too much because I get really into my job. I love what I do, and so I'm very focused. But I do remember he had a lovely family. So thank you for reaching out.
I remember how helpful you were, how kind you were to me and my brother and sister. I also remember how kind of stunning you were, and I was wondering if you wanted to go out for dinner at some point.
What?
Like as a thank you?
What, you're asking her out on a date?
Wow.
Well, just dinner to thank her.
Wait, was that your original intent? You are just trying to find her so you could ask her out, or you really just wanted to thank her, or just you're taking her to dinner as a thank you?
Well, I wanted to thank her with the dinner.
Aaron, why didn't you ask her out back then? Was it just total grief or what?
Yeah, that was part of it. Losing my mom messed me up for a while, and I was also leaving town pretty quickly after the funeral.
But it's strange. It seems like you remember what she looks like.
Is that why? Because if you're moving back to Houston, you're thinking about her?
Yeah, I'm moving back, and I started thinking about her again.
Well, Melanie, what's your situation? Are you married? You got kids? You got
I didn't ask
person
that part.
in your life? I mean, are you even available to go on a date? Do you remember what Aaron looks like?
Wow, this is so much. I actually just got out of a relationship a few months ago, and I've been just really hyper-focused on work. I was just dating somebody for a brief time, so I guess I'm open to it. Yeah, Aaron, you're lovely. Personality-wise, I don't remember exactly what you look like.
I don't want to put you on the
like
spot.
A blind date. It'll be like a blind date
like
at some point.
It really is like a blind date. Melanie, has anybody ever propositioned you at a funeral?
I've had some things said to me, and I've had men hit on me in the most inappropriate times. So I appreciate Aaron being respectful, and I think that's why I'm willing to say yes.
I can hear you're open to a possibility. It's like a blind date, but when we hang up, you guys can just exchange Instagram or something.
That's what I'm saying. You guys
and then
should
maybe
talk.
you can see if this is something you want to consider because you have time. He doesn't live here yet. You said you're going to be here in a few months, right, Aaron?
Next month.
Oh, next month. Well,
Wow, so next month. So you're laying the groundwork. You want to go out on a date in a month.
We thought he just really wanted to thank you, Melanie, for a job well done in a time when you're lost after you lost your parent. He also wanted to ask you out. I'm sorry, I didn't know that, so I hope you don't feel offended, but at least you know now, and y'all can figure it out on your own. When we get off the air, Eric can connect information to you.
If it's okay, Melanie, is it okay to share your info?
Yeah, it's fine. Listen, I'm around a lot of death, and, life is short. That's what I realized from my job. And so for all this to kind of come together, maybe it can be something. I don't know. So I'm willing to take the leap.
It would sure be one of those date stories like, how'd you guys meet? Well,
my mom died, and she was really hot, and a year later I asked her out.
I got on the radio, and they put me together.
Was it about her being hot, Aaron, or is it because she was just attractive and just soothing and comforting to your family?
It was mostly her personality, how comforting she was to everyone.
Well, especially in that time when you're feeling so lost. Okay, well, look, mission accomplished. We have found Melanie. You guys hang on the line. We'll exchange information for Melanie to have your information, Aaron, to reach out to you, whatever social media you want to share or whatever. And then y'all just let us know what happened.
Good luck on that date.
Thank you. Wow, thank you so much. Aaron, I'll talk to you later.
All right, I'll talk to you.
Thanks for taking the call, Melanie. Y'all take care.
You too.
Thanks.
Okay. That's going to be one of those stories if it works out. Like, how did you meet? Well, Mom had died. She was at the funeral home.
I understand. Some people are texting, thinking that's kind of creepy.
No, yeah, I was thinking at the end there.
But hey,
people meet in the strangest of ways.
Because here's the thing that she said. I really get connected to my families, but she didn't remember him. So I think she was being nice.
Yeah.
Well, she did agree to go out.
That's why I didn't say anything.
Yes.
I mean,
were you uncomfortable, Sam?
Yes.
You were.
Yes. That's why I didn't talk. I was like, ooh, I don't think she wants to. She's being me. I don't like confrontation, so I would just be like, yeah, it'd be great to meet with you.
That makes confrontation because you're sending mixed messages.
And then I'm just going
to...
I would just ghost him after this.
I feel like the voice that she had on...
It's like her customer service voice. Yes,
voice.
Absolutely, because this is uncomfortable.
That was her customer service voice?
Yes. Because she says,
Really?
if we roll back the tape, she says, here's my thing. When somebody says, do you remember me? And then you say,
But I mean, a year ago, how are you supposed to remember?
If you've done like 100 plus funerals in that time.
If he stuck out, you will remember him.
Really, from a year ago,
Eric,
you're going to remember 100 funerals
that
ago.
That hot dude
because you know at
with
work,
the dying mom.
They probably have some thing at funeral school where you can't.
Funeral school?
Wherever
funeral.
Don't pay attention to.
Don't hit on the people that are grieving.
Okay, listen, if somebody calls up the Roula and Ryan show and says, do you remember me? I called your show a year ago. That's going to be difficult for us.
We don't remember
unless
what we did
you
last
describe
week.
what you. We just couldn't remember what the listener line call was calling about. And that was like 2 days ago.
Well, we do hundreds of shows a year.
You have to tell us what were you on the show for or what did you say? Like Joe, who said, I'm the guy that has to show her on my Facebook because no one believes that my dad and my uncle and my aunt all dated the same person. Right?
Yeah.
Like that's you have to tell me that's who you are. For her, if she was a fantastic funeral director who's very busy, and this was a year ago, you would have to remember something different about that family that stuck out to you. You can't just say, hi, do you remember when my mom died a year ago? A lot of people's moms died a year ago. Mm-hmm. So I felt like she had her customer service voice on. And let's just see what happened.
But think about it,
At least
though.
stick the call.
How many times we've done segments before where it's like strange ways that you met. We've had people that have met. They were in a car accident. You ran into me. I ran into you. And they ended up going on a date. Here they are years later. They're married.
People get married. Serial killers. They marry people in prison. So I don't. Who knows? This does not seem strange.
I'm not going
to
to
me.
judge, is what I'm saying. Like, could I ever think about, like, in a time of grief, going on a date or noticing somebody pretty? No, I couldn't.
Maybe he's associating her because she's pretty, and then he's thinking of that moment.
She was comforting.
She was helping him through a very hard time.
And he
in his
thinks
life.
it's a little more personal than that's just what she does for every family.
Yeah, your mind fills in the blanks.
Well, let's just see what
It's
happens.
like a stripper. Every guy thinks the girl wants.
Oh, they want me. No, they don't. They want your
Aaron,
money.
you got to keep up with us and let us know if an
hope it
actual
works.
date
Yeah, I mean, I hope it
materializes.
works. I'm just saying,
I liked what she had to say. She had to say, the one thing I've learned from this job is that life is short. Take chances.
Yeah. I mean, worst comes to worst, you go on a
paraphrasing,
date.
but-
It's not like we're like forcing you guys to get married.
No.
So go on the date, see if there's any connection.
What
and if
harm
not,
could it do?
dip out.
I mean,
could do in and out.
I mean, you do your vetting, I think most
any date.
most girls nowadays, they do a little bit of like pre-checking before they go out with somebody.
You better do your Google
I will
searching.
stalk.
The due diligence.
I will definitely stalk. Like if my little brother says he's talking to some girl, I just need her first name and I will find her.
Really?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And yet you cannot find your husband's ex.
Because he won't tell me her name.
Smart, because he knows you'll.
Yes, because he knows I will find her.
Sam,
Y'all are
hold
happily
on. Can
married
we
with a child.
Can
Let
we
it
real
go.
talk, Sam?
Yeah.
You have married the man. You have had a child with the man. This girl is not a threat. Like,
She
this
is
girl in your
not
past
at all.
Is not a threat.
Thank you for putting that. I'm just being really playful at
Just
this point.
intrigued by what I see.
It's been to a point that
So
Mark
you're
and I have been together
fascinated.
for 12 years, I think. And when we first started, I'm just being jokes.
Maybe
like,
there was no
this is
girlfriend,
not
Sam.
legit.
But
that
you're
I'm
just
like,
you're
why he won't tell
fascinated
you.
to
I
see
think
what his
it's
taste
why.
was.
I think it's
you
funny.
his first and only girlfriend, and you need to make up this
absolutely.
girlfriend.
Now
Oh,
he's
yeah.
stuck with me forever.
Yeah, maybe he's made it up. So
No,
I
she
want her
was
to think
legit.
I'm cool.
She
She
was
dated a lot of
legit.
guys.
No, because I know he went to like prom and like I know his brother and his parents
Have
met
you seen
her.
the prom photos?
I have not.
Oh, this
I
this
have
girl you're trying to
not.
track down was his prom date?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that
So-
shouldn't be hard to find.
I know, but I just can't.
Hey,
Which
by
is
the
funny.
way,
Give me the info,
somebody
I'll
on
find
text gave us a good
Yeah, I
point,
should.
right, Sam? This is what we do when we are stuck in a situation where someone's asking you out
Mm-hmm.
and you don't want to go. This texter says, if she did not want to meet him, she would have just said she's married and unavailable. How would he know?
Yeah.
How many times have I told
that's
somebody my
true.
single life,
That would have been a good
yeah, I have
out.
a boyfriend?
Yeah,
Yeah, she had an easy out.
that's it. That's
Oh,
true.
you did that?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. And the guy still said, I could be your other boyfriend. I'm like,
Yes.
Ew, then you know you really made the right call turning him down.
She's like, I'll go out with you. All the other guys I hang out with are a bunch of stiffs.
I told the guy I had a husband.
There we go.
I told the guy I had a husband.
Did the improv on Friday.
And then he said he could be my boyfriend. I said, I already have one of those too. I'll be your second boyfriend. Okay.
Ew.
You know what? I have tried twice to tell you, get the hell out of my face.
Leave, creeper.
That's a bad line.
This is an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing for every woman.
Yeah.
Every woman gets somehow
I
commented
have a
to
boyfriend.
about
I'll be more
Always.
than a friend.
Oh, you need another one? Does he
Yeah,
pay this
one.
bill? Well,
My eyes are rolling too much.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back in my head. Coming up next, Taylor Swift is on tour, and the headlines that come from this are so ridiculous. But I did not know that the business of Taylor Swift could actually take down a part of the globe. Like, and I mean take it down. Like, nations want to battle over Taylor Swift. What is happening with this
World
tour?
War III caused by Taylor Swift?
I will explain. No, I'm not saying that. You're saying that.
No, it's
I'm
World
not
War
saying
T.
What? We got some really
Waka comedians this morning.
Present Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop on 104.1 KRBE.
Okay, just real quick, I want to remind you guys we're going to do the rapid fire quiz, and it's a way for you to enjoy the Wild West Brew Fest as a VIP. It is happening March 23rd, and there are over 600 different beers on tap. It's beers.
It's beer. You
Not
don't need to add-
beer.
You
Beer,
can say, I'm going to
beers.
have a couple of beer.
But you don't say there's 4 deers.
Oh,
You say
yeah.
there's 4 deer, but there's 4 beers.
Good point.
But beer can be plural as well. Got a 12-pack of
Ooh.
beer.
That's
Drinking
what I'm
a
saying.
beer while having deer meat is yummy sausage.
Venison and beer.
Deer and beer.
Yeah.
Deer with some beers, not deers with beers.
Deer and beer. Monday,
Oh, my
deer and
gosh.
beer night.
They should do
Anyway,
that.
Yeah.
So they've got a wine grotto. They've got all that beer. They've got food. It's going to be really fun. Sam's going to be there, and we've got 4 VIP tickets up for grabs at 8:00 this morning. And in the 9:00 hour, we have Nicki Minaj tickets. So we always have great experiences to share with you, including when Taylor came to town. We had great experiences for Taylor. The Eras tour coming to NRG for 3 days. It was fantastic. It was an event. You know how the whole thing goes. She has become a business class in multiple universities because the business of Taylor is something to be studied. It is not just about getting on a mic and singing. It is about how she boosts the economy in every city she hits. It is a Super Bowl every night her show is
Does she
running.
have like a right-hand person? Is it just her and her parents thinking of all this? Do they have like another person?
Sure, they've
I'm sure
hired
she
a
has a
team of
Sure
strategists.
Yeah,
Because I'm
I
surprised
would-
those
She has
names
a
aren't
tour
out there.
manager. She has all these people.
Is it really?
And just because it works for Taylor does not necessarily mean it's going to work for you. She's an anomaly. She is like a force to be
But you
reckoned
can
with.
They're hitting
learn
everything
from
right.
what she's doing.
From
Yeah.
The movie to
The merchandising.
And this is how you know she's doing everything right when it comes to the business of Taylor. Taylor Swift signed an exclusive deal with Singapore. Guys, I didn't know you could even do this. The Taylor's team figured it out. She signed an exclusive deal to only perform in Singapore, which means it is the only nation in Southeast Asia that gets an Eras Tour stop.
Oh, wow.
They paid her millions for that exclusivity. And the other Southeast Asian nations are not happy about it.
Yeah.
The Association of
bad.
Southeast Asian Nations is having a 3-day summit this week. You would think that they're going to talk about all the important humanitarian crises they have to
Right.
take care of, but also it is about the business of money flowing through their countries. And what happens when somebody super, super popular comes?
Boosts the economy.
People will fly there to see her and boost their economy, yes. The other nations were grilling Singapore's prime minister about the deal with Taylor Swift. Many of them think it has deprived them of the economic boost that her shows can bring. But Thailand said it was a good business idea. We can learn from it now because we didn't think of it.
Yeah. And,
So
and-
Singapore signed a deal with Taylor to only
Keep
perform
'em out.
there.
they can try and bash that prime minister all they want, but if I were him, I'd be like, hey, snooze you lose, man. You could have done this.
But you didn't even think that was a thing.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, who thought that was a thing?
I would have, if I was Taylor's people, talked to all the others and said, hey, they were going to do this. What do you got?
What do you
what
got?
you got?
I feel like this is like the mob, you know, they all get together, the
Yeah.
families, and they're like mad because you're doing the drug business and we're just doing gambling and prostitution.
You've watched too many TV shows, Eric. You've binged too much TV.
Keep watching The Godfather.
Oh,
You know, Malaysia has some pretty, very, very impressive architecture. You'd think that maybe there'd be a Malaysia stop because it's
Yeah,
not too
that's
far
cool.
from Singapore, but she got put. They pushed, got pushed out.
do you guys
because
think
Singapore
that
has
if-
that deal, and they're
if-
right there, Kuala Lumpur?
if Taylor Swift were to announce she's going to run for president, you think she'd win?
I mean, I think kids vote for her because they like her, but kids can't vote. They want to, like, look at how many people wanted Travis Kelce to win the Super Bowl just because it's Taylor's boyfriend.
Although
but you have to talk about real things. Like, can this person doesn't want to run the country.
If she announced that I'm running for president of the United States, do you think Taylor Swift would win?
I don't know if she'd win, but she did successfully get a load of people to register to vote.
And vote.
I believe it was record numbers.
You know, for years when Oprah was Oprah everyday television in your household, people wanted her to run. And she goes, I do not want to run for president because then you aren't what people think you are. Then you have to become a politician. She goes, I'm just fine opening people's eyes to the different topics every day of the world that you need to know about. I don't want that. Because listen, once you run for something, it is a whole different world than what you think it is. Every person had a great intent to say, if I am this leader, I'm going to do A, B, C, D, E. And when they win that leading position, then they find out the real deal. And they go, oh, I can't possibly do what I promised because I didn't know it was not possible to promise
all that pressure. And then the money's not there for Oprah. Or Taylor.
Oh, the money is certainly there. I mean,
not for what they're making. They got billions. They don't need.
You don't get much of a salary as president,
to be the president or something?
You parlay that into business ventures for sure.
No, they don't need to.
When you're a
they don't need
billionaire.
it. They're already Taylor Swift until she's 80, if she wants, will get paid to go speak somewhere.
Yeah,
she will have money.
Yeah, she could have her own
long
empire.
after she's gone. If she gets married and has children, her children's children will have money. The way this tour is going.
True.
Didn't Garth Brooks say that like 25 years ago? He goes, I have more money than my children's children can spend. And that was 25 years ago he said it. Damn. How much more money has he made? Jeez. He's done Vegas residencies. He's done all those tours. Did he do 7 days straight in certain cities? I think he did 5 shows straight here.
Oh, yeah. He can. If he wants to buy a new something, he can just do a concert.
Yeah, there's an Adele song that I think Bob Dylan did it first, "Make You Feel My Love." Was he the original writer of that song and singer of that song? Anyway, Garth Brooks sang that song like early in his career, and his daughter just now last week. And he was like, "Oh my god, I love this Adele song, Dad." They're in their 20s now.
Really?
And I love this song, Dad. I love it so much. And he's like, I recorded that song. I mean, of course, Garth Brooks' song does not hold a candle to Adele's version, but still. She's like, well, I sang that too. You want to hear Dad's version?
Time for KRBE's Roula and Ryan show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
Okay, so United Airlines has announced it is now offering TSA pre-check touchless ID at their security checkpoints and bag drop. Now, what it allows people to do, it allows travelers to seamlessly drop off their bags and make it quickly through security, all without having to present an ID. TSA advises, you should still come with proper identification to the airport, but it's basically touchless. Just scans your face and you're in.
So then I don't have to talk to someone initially, like where you show your boarding pass
you go to a
and
kiosk
ID.
and boom, you're in.
So is it like when we get back from a trip, you go to global, what's that called? We have that.
Global entry,
and they just do your face.
Customs and immigration. Yes.
Yeah, they just take a picture of your face, you do the kiosk, and then you're out.
You go.
I know I've said this before, but maybe somebody could enlighten me. We go through body scanners that can see through anything, okay? Anything. Why are we still taking off our shoes? Are the shoes somehow impervious to the X-ray? Like, why do we still have to take off our shoes
I had to go
in
to a
2024?
municipal courthouse yesterday to drop something off, and I had to take my shoes off at the entrance.
It's ridiculous.
I was really shocked that they asked me to take my shoes off. I go, I guess it happens every day.
Ryan, you always said back then, if that guy was the underwear bomber, we'd all have to take off our pants and throw our underwear on.
Yeah, it'd be bottomless.
Or they would just have a
ridiculous.
scanner for that now.
Well, they got the
but
scanner.
They do have the scanner, and yet we're still taking off our shoes. It's stupid.
Well, maybe somebody who works at TSA who listens to the show at 37530 can tell us what the answer is.
Can they make a robot that smells like, there's dogs that smell for bombs and drugs?
And food, yeah.
And can they do that? Can they do that with a... Can they make a robot that make that smell? And
I read that they scan it on an atomic level rather than the sniffing level. The new machines, when you put it through, they will scan every piece of luggage in there on an atomic level. So if it comes up, bomb stuff up in there, residue or DNA. I don't think the objects have DNA.
Well, I think those dogs are there. The dogs are there more for bombs than they are for drugs.
Well, also for fruit. I got busted for fruit.
Heck yes.
Mexico, the dogs are there for sure.
I mean, are the dogs only trained specifically for fruit only, or is it all foods?
That's what the TSA manager told us, that each dog is trained for a different kind of thing.
Well, so just fruit.
That's a fruity dog.
Who is that crazy person who wants to bring in I have these 4 locusts from the depths of the
That stuff could really make, if they bring that crap into America,
screw the whole environment.
Why do you want this? Like, people have been busted at customs with birds in their pants. Like, why? Who
was the celebrity that took a dog to Australia and got in trouble? Was
Johnny Depp.
And what's her name?
Amber Heard.
Yeah.
Back when they were together.
What about snakes? Is it true that there's no snakes in Hawaii?
Oh, I don't know. I've never heard that. I've never been to Hawaii, so I don't know. I've never heard that.
Is enough.
Have you heard that
Snakes
same
on
thing?
planes.
I've been to Hawaii, but I didn't.
Snakes.
I didn't look for snakes. Like,
'Cause I always heard there's no snakes there. They did
Really?
something to make sure that doesn't happen.
I don't know.
How about this? Somebody texted. How about you don't want somebody from TSA to reach out to you guys to answer your questions so that we don't know what the weaknesses are? That's a good point.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying the strengths. Like,
Well,
it's
you
a
can text us and we
strong
won't
machine.
repeat it. I just am curious
Yeah,
to know.
I just want to know why we're
what
still
is
taking
the-
off our shoes when the X-ray can see through those shoes. It's pointless.
And just because I did that interview to do the TSA pre-check thing Roula's talking about, I don't take my shoes off anymore, but I did that thing a year and a half ago.
By the way, if I'm going to be a terrorist, I'm going to go ahead and just get that TSA pre-check, because if you look at most of the terrorist plots,
Don't ruin it for us, Ryan.
none
You're
of
going to ruin
them-
TSA pre-check for the rest
none
of us
them
who are
had
innocent.
ever committed a terrorist attack before.
I'm going to save that audio and edit something out
Yeah,
there. and send it,
you're
get you
done.
in trouble.
Ryan's going to jail.
Yep.
Ryan's
I'm
going
gonna
to jail.
I'll get a reward.
That's the thing that takes me down.
He just announced that he's going to be a terrorist.
The underwear.
The way you edit listener line calls, we're going to edit what you just said.
I am.
All right, this will be our last rapid fire quiz with Ryan before he gets arrested. Let's go ahead and try and find a winner for the VIP Brewfest tickets. It's the Wild West Brewfest at Typhoon, Texas in Katy, happening March 23rd. It is a Saturday. Sam is going to be there as well. 600 different brews on tap. Food, wine grotto, live music. It's going to be a hootenanny. That's the word that is written here for me to say.
Oh,
Thank
really?
you for saying it.
Yeah, look, it's right here.
I really asked for them to put that.
It's going to be a hootenanny you won't want to miss.
I love that new Beyonce song.
I don't know.
Is it? That's the Beyonce
4
song.
contestants on the. Oh no, 5 contestants. Is it 5 or 4? Is it mod playing?
Yeah, mod.
5 people
players.
have a chance at this. 713-390 KRBE. Pick the one of us that you want to play along with, and we'll see who wins next on the Roula and Ryan Show.